you ready?
Yeah,
Here we go.
ready.
Listen.
Once upon a time, or a long time ago, there was a very kind old man, and this gentle old man had only two passions. Duwa lang niyang iyang ginakahiligan, ginatutukan ang ininga old man. Siyempre, ang ginatutukan niya sa iyang life, collecting mga kabayo. Uga-collect sa mga horses, so mga rare nga breeds ng horses. And ginatutukan niya ang iyang only son, okay? Ang iyang bata, whom he loved more than anything else. Amo lagi na iyang focus sa life niya. So the old man and his son would ride their horses every day. Sakay na sila, travel sila, lakat sila misking diin. O kaya mo nang ilan na hiligan, and they would travel great distances to do some business, to trade horses. Kaya di baga collect sila sa mga horses, so malakat na sila, layo ang mga lugar para i-trade ang ilang mga kabayo, meet new people, and enjoy the good fortune that life had bestowed upon them. Amo nang ilang life. And one morning, a servant left the stable door open. Nalipatan sa ilang kabulig nga ang stable, ang gate or ang door wala na sirhan, and one of the old man's favorite stallions escape. Ang pinakapaborito ya pang stallion ang nakapalagyo. So when the neighbors heard the news, syempre naglapta na to doon ng balita. The neighbors heard the news of the stallion escape. So they came to comfort the old man. Siyempre nagpinalapit na to sila sa balay isang old man, and they comforted him, and they told him that they were sorry nga mo nang natabo. They were sorry that he had such a bad luck bo na numanto yung nga kamalason man. Do di malas gito yan, no? Nga ang pinakapaborito mo pang stallion ang nakapalagyo sa kanamo-damo nga mga stallions, pero amo pa tong pinakapaborito mo yabo na no di malas man, no? So nagkadto sila to comfort the old man. But strangely, though kung tanahon mo ang old man, do ka strange gani, no? Nga ang ini nga gentle old man was not upset. Why man lang yan nagapangakig, kalma lang yapon. The old man was not upset. And he explained to his neighbors, gin-explain niya pa ya sa ila nga that losing the horse was not necessarily bad luck. Okay? Amo na ambalya, there was no way to predict. Ambalya, there was no way to predict that the horse would escape. Why man tayo kabalo nga maka-escape to sa hindi niya malas ang naka-escape to sa hindi niya di ka malason. It just happened, natabo lang. It just happened, and now there was nothing that there was nothing that could be done about it. Natabo na gani, tiway na tamahimo, natabo na. Amo ginaiyan, natabo na. Okay? So, ang balya sa mga tao, sa neighbors niya, there's no reason to be upset. Hindi na kayo nang lan nga mangakig ta, magkusmod ta, masubuan ta. There's no reason to be upset, said the old man. And then the neighbors, pagkabati nila, na-realize man nila, ay, daway man lang, okay man lang gali sa iya. There's no reason to be upset. So the neighbors soon realized that there was nothing that they could do to help the old man and to help get the horse back. Okay na lang okay kiti na tabo na eh. And they should not feel sad for the old man's misfortune. Ang mga neighbor dapat hindi na magsubo lang Okay lang. So after a week, 1 week na nagligad So 1 week later, the stallion nga nakabuhi the stallion came back. Nagbalik amo lang stallion amo no. The stallion came back, and ang nami pagid, the stallion brought with him a a mare. Imagine na may chicks gidya. May upod na nga babahiman nga kabayo ha. Pagbalik ya. So the stallion, nagbalik pero may upod na siya nga isa pagkakabayo. So when the neighbors, syempre nabatian naman sa mga neighbors ang balita. The neighbors heard of the old man's good luck. Nabatian naman nila. So they quickly came to congratulate him. Ara naman, nagtinipo naman sila. Congratulate po nami, buinas, no, nami. But again, the old man was not excited. Okay lang yang old man niya daw, ka-stoic lang siya. The old man was not excited. Okay lang. As he had explained before, anong ambal niya? It was not necessarily good luck. Okay, hindi niya silingon niya good luck na niya nga muni na tabo kay nagbalik. Nagbalik siya and then may upod pa siya sang beautiful nga white horse. Muna hindi na silingon niya good luck na ni. It just happened. Natabo lang ni. Tiya mo ni mo, natabo lang. And there was no reason to get excited over it. Ang balsang old man. Still, ang mga tao, doon na confused man sila na ano man, doon galibog man ulo nila, a bit puzzled. And then the neighbors left as quickly as they had come. Wala man lang gali. Why man to good luck ka do. Pagkabati nila do wala man na-excite ang old man. Nagpinuli man sila. Isa-isa man na puli. Amo na kung ano sila kadasig nag-abot sa venue. Amo man to sila kadasig nga nagkaladula. Pusyong dula man. So, a short time later, while his son was riding the white horse, pagkakita sa niya bata mo no, nanamian gid niya bata sa puti nga kabayo, and then gintistingan niya. So the son was riding the white horse, ginsakyan niya. And then ang son niya, he slipped, and ang natabo, he fell. So nahulog ang iyang bata. And then he landed on the so kumbaga ang kabayo mismo man daw na tumba, and then natumbahan niya gid ang tiil sang bata and broke his leg. So kay nakadanlog man ang kabayo, natumba, nagtupa gid sa tiil sang bata. So the leg na bali. So as always, anong natabo? Again, pagkabalo naman sang mga kaingod, ang mga marites, marisol nga mga kaingod, the neighbors came to the old man's house. Ara naman pagkabati nila, natumbahan to si sang kabayo. Bo nabaling tiil. Ato naman to sila. Okay, nagbalik naman to lang ang iyang neighbors to give their sympathy to the bad luck. Okay, bad luck naman mo ang hambal nila that had befallen sa iyang bata. So one of the neighbors suggested, ano hambal sang isa ka neighbor, that the old man sell the white horse before any more bad luck could happen. Dapat ibaligya mo na kay basi may masunod pagid nga malain nga matabo. And the other said that he should take his revenge. Ay iba naman niya, hambal naman nila ya, hindi ibaligya. Pero kinanglan, ipatyon ang kabayo. Muna man ang ilagi na suggest that he should take his revenge and kill the horse. Ang white nga horse. However, samtang gahinambal sila sa ilang mga brilliant suggestions, the old man, wala gid sang may ginsunod sang ginpanghambal nila. The old man did neither. So he explained to the neighbors, gin-explain niya naman that they should not feel sorrow for his son, hindi lang kamo magkasubo, nor anger towards the kabayo, hindi lang kamo mangakig sa kabayo, kay ti kabayo na iya. It was purely an accident. Accident lang na, aksidente. It was purely an accident that could not be predicted. Hindi ta na iya mabalaan kung saan na mabot. It could not be predicted. And there was nothing he or they could do to change it. So at this point, anong natabo pagambal na sang old man? The neighbors thought that the old man was crazy. Yan ano man siya do, okay lang saya no, nang puangit ni Guroy, na ano ning ulo yaman, okay lang niya gali siya, and decided to leave him alone. Pinuli naman sila, kaya wala sila hangpon sa tigulang to. 2 years later, Imagine na, 2 years later. So syempre, sa kalawigon, ang iya bata dako na. And or few years later, so may kontra ang ilang country. So the enemy invaded the country. So imagine, nagin-invade sang mga kalaban ng country nila. And all of the old man's neighbors were drafted to defend the country against the attack. Siyempre kung na muna mag-abot ang war, so mga young people na ginatipon na. Okay? So ang mga neighbors to sang old man, okay, kay mga young pa sila, they were drafted to defend the country against the attack. So because the old man's sons was lame, kay tungod nga iya to yung bata, hindi capable, lame siya kay nabali, dumduman yun, nabali tong tiil, napilpilan sa kabayo. So he did not have to join the fighting. Why siya kaupod sa war? So the war was very bad. Natabo, kalain gid sang war. And most of the old man's neighbors were killed. But his son was spared. Ang iya yung bata, why ito kaupod? Tungod nga lame gani, kiti nabali tungod ng TL because he had been hurt by the white horse 2 years or a few years earlier. So hindi siya capable nga mag-fight sa war. So why siya na-intra? So amo tong natabo. Ang amo ni gani nga kung tanawon ta, very often kung ang event bila sa life ta, when an event takes place that everybody thinks is good luck, the end result are disastrous, di ba? And the same way naman niya, kung may mga nagkakatabo sa life ta, ang mga unlucky event naman niya or ang mga daw bad things naman niya can bring about happiness. So therefore, I think let's think you should not lose your will to continue if an unlucky event happens. Kung may daw hindi namin nga natabo sa life ta, kinanglan padayon lang. Or kung may nami man nga natabo sa life ta, padayon lang yapon. Okay, because padayon lang yapon ang life ta, because something that you desire comes very easily to you. So, amo na nang baltabla, sometimes may mga tabo nga bagay nga hindi nami ang bitalain na, pero sa uli gali mapasalamat nga it turned out to be for the best. Imagine kung ang iya to bata nakaupod sa war, basi isa pa to sa mga napatay man sa war bata ya. So it's a blessing in this, guys. So that's the end of the story. Wow. If you like the story tonight, I know the story is so lawig. I want you to react. Send your reaction now. 0912-718-7011. Good evening, everybody. This is Cocoy.